The lunch break comes to an end and we're whisked back to class. The rest of the school day goes by fairly normally. No crazy attacks. No monsters. I still can't shake the feeling something is watching me, though. Another day, another walk home. My two guardians by my side. They seem noticeably more tense compared to last night. After how close that fight was, I really don't blame them. We were lucky she didn't pursue us back then, or that could have been it for me. No, it would have spelled the end for everyone. The journey back is silent, both of the girls' faces mirroring each other's looks in a look of sheer determination. They seem ready to spring into action at the slightest sign of danger, so I don't want to break the concentration with mindless small talk. Gradually, the sun sets on our route ahead. Streetlights flicker into life overhead one by one. Great. The more the shadows begin to creep in all around us, the more tense I can feel myself become. I come to a stop. Something doesn't feel right. Kenta! What's wrong? There it is again. That damn headache out of nowhere. Wait. Hasn't there always been a pattern with these headaches? They don't usually happen during the day, unless...
Right on time. You really do make this easy, you know.
Of course. We walked right into it. Motherfucker! I really need to... Aw.
Wait.
Come on. Get there.
Sorry.
A sultry laugh lifts out from the darkness, causing both the girls to assume defensive positions. It could only be one person. Obsidian wings unfurl amidst the night sky, and the amber-eyed adversary from before makes her presence known in a storm of black feathers. What was her name? Yuzuki? I guess it doesn't matter. Nothing. Names mean nothing now. She has a maniacal look in her eye, a killer glint. Much like before, she isn't here to play around. There's only one thing she's after. Me. Lights flood in and dispel the darkness for only a moment as the pair don their battle gear, weapons in hand. Kenta! Get back!
Right. I know how this works, okay.
Not needing to be told twice, I sprint a good distance from the three girls as to not get caught up in any crossfire. But, are they going to be able to win? Yuzuki hardly broke a sweat last night, and was able to keep both of them at bay at once with that scythe of hers. The difference in power was just too much. Not to mention my guardians have some serious issues with working together as a team. Last night was a complete disaster. I fear we may have to take another tactical retreat, and I'm not sure if I have the stomach for it. Yuzuki lands gracefully before Sayaka and Hikari, an unsettling grin spreading from ear to ear on her face.
I've got to say, I'm surprised you even want to fight. I thought you might just turn tail again. I suppose things are more fun this way.
Her dark wings erupt into a stream of feathers which reform into a deadly scythe within her hands.
Now, which one of you wants to die a miserable death first?
Hikari! No! Hikari nods and lunges for Yuzuki before she can make the first move. Sayaka kicks off the ground and flies a good deal backwards as she readies an arrow in her bow. Am I witnessing team play here? It certainly makes a change after last night's disaster.
It's all useless.
Yuzuki reacts like lightning and brings her scythe to a whirl, clashing with Hikari's sword. A shockwave bursts through the street as the two weapons collide, shattering nearby glass and warping street signs, a testament to just how strong these girls are. I'm beginning to see shades of last night's fight. Yuzuki has the advantage in terms of brute strength, so no doubt she'll push back against Hikari's blade. But Hikari doesn't seem nervous at all. In fact, she seems confident.
Gah! Light, come forth!
What the fuck is happening?
No idea. Maybe she used solar flare.
Hikari stands her ground in the clash with gritted teeth, and her sword gives off a vibrant glow at her command. A glow that continues to intensify until it engulfs the clashing pair in a blinding light. I'm forced to shield my eyes with my arm as if I was staring at the sun itself. If it was that bad for me at this distance, I can't imagine how bad it must have been for the both of them. From the safety of my sleeve, I peer back at the battle, the light fading slightly. It seems Yuzuki wasn't expecting that at all, as she's reeling back from it all, a hand to her face.
What do you think you're playing at?
Oh, hey look, that shot again.
And Hikari duck!
Sayaka lets loose the arrow she's been charging since the pair had clashed. It rockets off with unreal speed, leaving a trail of glimmering sparks in its wide wake as it homes in on Yuzuki. Hikari pulls back at Sayaka's voice, and ducks just barely, avoiding the arrow coming her way. It's a direct hit. The arrow bursts upon impact and sends Yuzuki skidding backwards as she desperately tries to keep upright. It doesn't end there, though. Hikari hops to her feet and charges in for a follow-up attack, while Yuzuki is trying her best to recover from the arrow. Steel sings as Hikari kicks up— wow, really penny shot. Kicks off the ground and goes for a crushing blow to the head. This should be it. I can't see how she'll escape from Hikari's blade now.
It's over.
The ground under my feet gives off a quake as she lands. A good half of the road splits under her blade and chunks of concrete rain everywhere. It's a devastating attack, to be sure. Surely no one could have survived a blow like that. But
What?
Hikari is just as bewildered as I am. The dark girl is nowhere to be seen. A single black feather drifts down from where she once stood. She just vanished. A sinister giggle echoes from the shadows. Did Yuzuki teleport? Or did she just so fast that I couldn't keep up?
Did she just so
Yes!
fast?
Did she just? Hikari bolts up at the sound and shoots Sayaka a frenzied look.
Sayaka, look up!
Ow!
Something glimmers from out of the darkness behind her and then lashes out with a vicious swing. Sayaka just barely reacts in time, jumping to avoid a fatal slash. At least, I thought she had avoided it. Just straight up dead.
Oof.
Okay, never mind.
No, it's the attack that rips their clothes off.
Yep.
Because of course it does.
There's a sudden burst and Sayaka lets out a shriek. She herself looks unharmed, but a good portion of her outfit is in tatters. Fragments of what used to be her outfit rain down from above, well and truly diced by the mad girl's scythe. I mean, it's horrible. There's hardly anything left in her outfit.
Truly, truly horrible, master.
Really?
I don't know.
That's
That was racist. I'm sorry.
From where I'm standing, I can practically see everything. Huh? I lost track of what I was thinking about there.
Of course you did.
Sorry. Ahem. Fight. Bad.
Is he narrating this to us?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
Damage. Terrible. Okay, I'm back on track. This is insane. If she had reacted just a fraction of a second slower, her outfit wouldn't have been the only thing cut into ribbons by that attack. I thought Yuzuki seemed bad before, but if anything tonight, she seems even stronger. Or is it just all in my head? The space, pair, space, lean, space, from, space, there, mistake. The previous night and devised something almost resembling teamwork tonight to try and put an end to her, but she hits back twice as hard anyway. Sayaka and Hikari have given it their all, and this monster still has the upper hand. I wonder if they have any tricks left. I suppose I should put more faith in my guardian angels, even if things look dire right now. They're surely trained for these kinds of intense battles, and must have had at least something to fall back on. Blech. Ugh, sorry. Something that I hope doesn't involve flying again. I really, really don't want to fly again.
Like some cool shit, and you just whatever.
At this point, I'll take my chances with Yuzuki.
Fucking loser.
Sayaka hugs herself in an effort to cover up, her face flushed with embarrassment. I can't imagine this being convenient at all during a fight, especially not as one as serious as this. I feel like I shouldn't be watching this. But this is an important fight I can't afford to take my eyes off of. Sure, that's it.
And I mean, what if they end up kissing in the end? I don't know.
Or something like that.
Ah! This is terrible. I can't fight like this. Oh, what do I do?
With what should be a fairly troubling scene for her partner, Hikari actually seems more annoyed than anything else as she rushes over.
Come on, stop screwing around.
She stomps her foot and scolds her half-naked partner. They were already half-naked. This is like quarter-naked. That seems like a rather bizarre way to treat someone in such a state.
You know damn well that you can just regenerate your outfit.
She can. So why has she been acting like she has?
Oh, this is so big. Oh, right.
Dumbass.
There's another flash and her outfit is restored to what it once was. Huh. That was easy.
My bad. I totally forgot.
Hikari hoisted her sword up onto her shoulder and lets out a sigh, a dangerous vein visible on her forehead.
Ugh. You know, for some twisted reason, I think part of you wanted to show off. Maybe to a certain somebody.
Yuzuki.
Never! No, you want to talk accidentally leaving the door unlocked.
Bonk.
Bonk.
Hikari wraps her on the head. What is even?
Ow! I was kidding.
Guys, aren't you forgetting something?
Again.
Again, I mean, it's not like you were in the middle of a fight or anything. Wait, that's a point. Yuzuki could have torn these two up while they were arguing. Where did she go after that attack? As if suddenly realizing this fact as well, both the girls jump into serious mode, if that is even really possible, and assume offensive stances once more.
Did you catch what she went to?
Ah,
Why did I even ask?
I'm beginning to grow uneasy. I instinctively throw a glance over my shoulder, only to be met with a maniacal smile.
Boo.
You?
She's right behind me! How did she manage that? Then again, I guess it probably wasn't that difficult a feat with how distracted my supposed guardians can get. I stumble backwards with a gasp, just narrowly avoiding her outstretched grasp as she reaches for me with a limp.
Kenta!
Damn it. I was so close as well.
The dark girl winces and her shoulders sink. It seems like she barely had any strength left, as she just barely keeps hold of her scythe limply at her side. Maybe the combined attack before was more effective than I thought, and it finally all caught up to her, and her energy reserves well and truly spent. This is probably her last-ditch attempt to get me. I'm lucky I turned around when I did. She gives me a narrow glare as she staggers back a few steps, my bodyguards catching up to me. Amber eyes full of hatred, she shifts her gaze to Sayaka and Hikari.
Look like it's my turn to retreat for the night. Don't think you've won anything just yet. You got lucky with that cheap shot, but don't expect it to work a second time. Kenta will be mine. But don't worry, I'm not cruel enough to part ways without leaving you something to play with. Until we meet again.
She begins to sink back into the shadows, giving off another devious laugh. Despite her limp in retreat, that last part of what she said worries me. Something to play with.
Look, hell you going anywhere? We're gonna finish this fight right here now.
Oh, Hikari, maybe we should be...
Hikari disregards her partner's advice and blazes forward, sword at the ready. It seems like her blade is just about to connect with Yuzuki before she can make her escape. But something suddenly whips out, as if appearing out of nowhere, and takes Hikari off her feet, hoisting her high into the air. A thick... oh, fucking goddammit!
Tentacles!
A tentacle. Hikari drops her sword after being blindsided by the beast, and is left wrestling helplessly against the writhing fetishes that work to ensnare her.
It's hitting the tropes hard, man.
Dude, oh my god.
Hey, no! Let me go!
I see her hands give off a glow. That's right. If she doesn't have a weapon, she still has her magic. She should be able to make quick work of this thing, sword or not.
Now I'll show you, huh?
Or maybe not. The beast is one step ahead of her and works to bind her hands, leaving her well and truly helpless. The tentacles creep in ever closer, oozing a pungent substance that coats a good majority of her.
Ew.
Ugh. This is so disgusting and cliched.
I disagree.
I don't think all the showers in the world are gonna be able to get this stuff out of my hat.
Ha! She bemoans her disgusting predicament as she thrashes around, ultimately only resulting in the tentacles constricting tighter against her. Okay, she can't save herself, but her trusty partner should be able to pierce the tentacles with a well-placed arrow, right? Right?
Bad.
Yeah, fucking, whoa, what?
Bad doggies!
What was that?
Sit! Down! Stay!
Wait, when did they show up? Sayaka is surrounded by a pack of those demonic dogs from before, the ones that nearly took my life. They must have charged in at the same time as the tentacle creature made itself known. Were they summoned by Yuzuki, I wonder? Wait, can she control them?
Hello? Is anyone gonna actually help you? This isn't as fun as it looks, you know.
Hikari keeps up a brave front, but I can see the tentacles are taking their toll on her. This is bad. Both of them are held up by monsters. While Sayaka is handy with a bow, I don't think she's all that good at close-up combat, so she might be in trouble here. And then, Hikari is clearly in need of assistance, though tentacles might completely crush her if nothing is done soon. So with both of them struggling, who's left to help them? Me? But I haven't fought anything in my life. I would have been dead long ago if these two hadn't made themselves known in my life. I clench my fists tight and throw a glance between the two girls. They've risked so much to help me before, while I stood on the sidelines like some sort of coward. They need help. What can I do? I don't have any magical powers. I don't have super strength. I can't fly. I'm useless. Useless! I stomp at the ground, cursing my weak nature. Huh? Something clatters at my foot. Hikari's sword. A sizable amount of steel that almost rivals Hikari herself in height. I crouch down to pick it up. Despite its size, it's surprisingly light. I'm able to take it up with just a single hand. This is crazy. I can't believe I'm even thinking about doing this. I straighten up and tighten my hold on the sword, giving it a test swipe in the air. It slices through without much resistance and gives off a satisfying swish. It'll be easy, right? Air is one thing, but to even think about using this thing on something living, even if they're monsters, I'm not sure I can follow through with this.
Pussy.
Don't touch me! Back! Back!
It's crushing me. Someone help!
I can hear cries of distress from both sides. Time is running out. I've made up my mind. I can't save them both at once, though. Who needs help more urgently?
Really?
Sayaka.
Sayaka?
Yep.
Okay. My choice would have been Hikari since she's being actively crushed.
Nah, she's fine. Right. Sayaka has numerous, far more threatening foes than just a couple of slimy tentacles. These things might tear her apart if I wait too long.
But the whatever.
Sayaka, wait, that's you.
Sayaka, hey God!
I kick off and head to Sayaka's side first, the sword held awkwardly at my side. I don't know how to properly hold this. I must look so stupid.
Shoo! Shoo!
She frantically bobs and weaves her way out of the incoming claws and fangs, unable to find spare moments to get an arrow out. I'll pick up the pace, nearing the beasts. There isn't a moment to lose. This is my time to shine. I can be the hero. Ooh! In my haste to reach Sayaka in time, I put a foot in the wrong place and trip myself up in a spectacular display of heroism. I pull into a tumble and barrel straight into one of the creatures, sword outstretched. It lets out an ear-piercing howl as the blade comes into contact with it and leaps back, distracting all others in the process. Well, not exactly what I had in mind, but it worked. Somewhat. After that little stunt, all the eyes are burning on me now. No problem. I hold up a shaky sword towards one of them as they begin to circle me rather than Sayaka. This is what I wanted, right? I mean I saved Sayaka at least. The beasts all leap at once. An assault from four sides. Oh god, this is going to end badly. Even a seasoned swordsman would be at a disadvantage here. 4 arrows fly at once and nail each of the creatures in the head before they can reach me, each of them exploding into a cloud of black smoke.
Phew. Another close call, huh?
Sayaka grins as she lowers her bow. Ah, that's right. By taking on the monsters, I was able to give Sayaka the room she needed to launch her arrows. All according to plan.
Yep.
You're telling me? I don't know where you guys can face these things on a daily basis.
It's something you get used to. Anyway, Kenta, you really surprised me. I didn't think I'd ever be saved by you.
Because you're such a weak pansy.
Well, it was nothing really. Wait, was that supposed to mean...
Nothing. Thank you, for real.
She beams with an innocent grin. I'm sure she definitely meant something by that, though. Her mouth opens wide as she looks over at Hikaru's sword that I still hold in a trembling hand. Even now, I still can't stop shaking after confronting those things.
Is that it? Hikari! How on earth did you...
Hello? If you guys are done talking over there, some help would be great right about now.
Okay. Calm down. We're getting to it.
Sayaka sighs and knocks a magic arrow in her bow before letting it loose with a bold expression, as if she wasn't even that concerned with Hikari. The lazy yet somehow precise arrow pierces through all the tentacles at once, severing them cleanly. The monster, still hidden in the shadows, lets out some kind of shriek and drops Hikari to the ground before retreating.
Ugh.
She lands with a slimy splash. Ew. That cannot be pleasant.
See, you're fine.
Hikari rises and takes a deep breath, about to yell at her partner, but she stops when she notices her sword in my fairly incapable hands.
Kenta?
I grin nervously and scrub at the back of my head.
I hope you don't mind me borrowing it. Oh, wait.
Yeah, you're not Australian.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind me borrowing it. It was sort of an emergency. That's not the problem. I'm just surprised you could use it. If it makes you feel any better, I really didn't do all too much with it.
Psst, don't be so modest. You're my hero, Kenta.
Sayaka clasps her hands together and chirps playfully, batting her eyelashes at me with a dreamy expression. Even though she's clearly just messing around, I can't help but let out an awkward laugh as my cheeks flare.
You should have seen him, Kari. He came in charging and took all 4 of them at once. In fact, I think he might even be better with it than you.
Okay, now she's really making it obvious that I did nothing. Hikari squelches over to me and snatches the sword with a sour expression. She's got some of her slime on me.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not sure exactly what happened back there, but I'm certain luck had a huge part in it.
No, I mean it. In fact, I should just partner up with Kenta instead. We'd make the best team ever. So what do you say, Kenta? I'm sure we could get you sorted out with a nice magical outfit too.
Hikari continues to simmer as Sayaka goes on. I can't even tell if she's being serious at this point.
Pass.
Oh, okay. I still think you'd look great in one of these outfits.
I wonder, would my magical outfit be as, light on materials as theirs? I feel cold just thinking about wearing one. I don't know how they manage. Hikari suddenly lights up and strikes a pose, blade at the ready.
Oh, that gal. Did she?
Yuzuki. Yeah, it looks like she got away while we were fussing over her pals.
Damn it. We were so close.
She stamps her foot in frustration, the slime that no doubt oozed between her toes giving off a squelch.
Maybe it's for the best. I don't think either of us are in any condition to fight anymore.
Sayaka sighs dramatically and throws her hands up in the air. She's right. I can't imagine how much worse things could have been if that girl had still been around.
How about you, Kenta? How are you holding up?
Me?
Let's see. I'm drenched in sweat and my heart is still thumping like crazy from the adrenaline rush. I think I might throw up. And my head feels like it might split open at any moment.
I'm... okay, actually.
Oddly enough, I really do feel fine. Better than fine, in fact. I'm happy I could finally do something, even if it wasn't much, so much as I'm not a burden for these two.
I think it's safe to say we should call it a night now, huh?
Hikari peers into the darkness, still holding her sword firmly. She seems reluctant about giving up the fight so soon.
Come on, Hikari! It's over! We won!
Sayaka slaps her hand down on Hikari's tense shoulder and she loosens up. Just a little.
I refuse to believe she would just give up so easily. It doesn't make any sense.
Didn't you see her? She was really beat up. I think we did more damage to her than she's letting on. I'd be surprised if she even shows up tomorrow night.
Maybe.
Hikari finally gives up, her sword fading with a dim light. She reluctantly joins the pair of us, and we begin the journey home once more. And with that, the chaotic night finally comes to an end. I get to live for yet another day. After tonight, I'm more grateful than ever for the existence of my guardian angels, however bizarre they might be at some times. We part ways once we reach my house, though I know they'll be just a shout away if I need them, since they'll no doubt be camped in my garden again. I really don't understand how they don't get caught.
Magic.
I shut the door behind me and am greeted with the familiar aroma of home cooking. Safe at last, I think. At least the monsters haven't attacked me here anyway. They only seem to want to get me when I'm isolated from most everyone else. Let's hope things stay that way. No one else has to be dragged into this mess. Heck, I don't even know why I'm in this situation to begin with. I join my parents at the table, the plates only just being set up. I get the same question looks as before, maybe more so today because of how taxing that encounter had been on my body. I'm lucky enough to have not suffered any real damage, or at least anything noticeable at first glance, so I don't chase up with any further on the matter. The usual conversations unfold, and once more it becomes my turn to talk about my day. I can only let out an awkward laugh when I say it was the same as any other. I wonder how they'd react if I told them there are two complete strangers potentially camping out in our backyard. Turns out they're his parents. The peaceful, relaxing dinner comes to an end. Much like last night, I make myself scarce and drag myself up to my room, wanting nothing more than to collapse onto my bed for a good several days. Thankfully, it's the weekend tomorrow, at least, so there's no worry about having to get up too early. But I get the feeling with these two girls around, I'm not sure I'll be able to get much of a lie in. Speaking of the girls, do I even want to check? I heave a reluctant sigh and peek through the curtains. Yup. Tent. Camp. Fire. An overcooked meal catching alight as the pair scramble to put it out. That's about what I expected. I shut the curtains and ignore the fact the entire garden is in danger of catching fire. I'm far too exhausted to worry about that. I'm sure it'll be fine. Most likely.
Next day, house burned down.
Crawling into bed, the distressed cries of the two supposed professionals are the last thing I hear before I drift off into the world of dreams.